Folks, as we know, nothing is quite like football on Friday nights. It's a new season, a new year, but it's the same old game of football we love. Buckle up those chin straps. Friday Football Fever is back, and it starts right now. Hello everyone, Trevor DeGroat here presenting you with Ingman Marine Friday Football Fever. It's preseason classic week. These games don't necessarily count, but these are some big time matchups on the docket tonight for the first week of high school football in 2016. And what a big one we have down in Venice, a rematch from last year, Tampa Plant against Venice. Venice quarterback Bryce Carpenter looking to be a really good quarterback this year. Has a nice pass right here to number 13, Casey McKillian, for an Indians first down. Nice job early on. Zach Sessa would make a field goal here. Venice gets on the board first. Now the Indians kept it going a little bit. Fire that cannon. Indians back on offense. Carpenter. Actually, it's Plant on offense here. Quarterback's going to scramble out to the outside. Plant trying to get things rolling on the prowl. That's Dante Franson. He's finding Jawan Burgess, but Jeremy Trembles forces the fumble. It's recovered by Venice, so the Indians back in business. Carpenter's going to make a boo-boo of his own, though. He's intercepted by number 7, Romello Walters in the end zone. So a nice job by Plant of sticking tough right there. Now, lightning delay would cause the game to be delayed for about 30 minutes, but both teams still going strong. And yeah, calling them back out onto the field. Let's get some more football going right here. Now, as they try to get everything settled out, nice job, Powell Davis Stadium. Very beautiful. Here we go. Carpenter is going to find his go-to man, Javon Hiley, for the touchdown here. Nice job into the open field. He's going to cross that goal line. And Venice, they're going to go on to win this game, folks. It's all over pretty much. 38-25. Venice gets the revenge from their defeat in Tampa with a victory.
You know, it's just a preseason game, but the way these teams came out, you would think it was a playoff matchup. After the lightning delay, both teams came out and scored, Venice only leading by 1 point at the half. This game was truly all you could ask for in a kickoff classic.
And that's our own Lyndon Blake out there in the field. You'll be seeing a lot of her this year. Epic clash between Armwood and Manatee, two powerhouses in their own right. Hawks are going to get on the board first, though. These guys are from Seffner in Hillsborough County. It's number 7, quarterback Devin Black, carries it into the end zone himself. And teammate Nico Aravantis is going to provide the extra point. Hawks go on the board 7-zip. Then the Hawks creep down the field again. Number 5, wide receiver Warren Thompson. This is a standout guy. Got a lot of offers, only a junior. Nice grab in the air. Dynamic duo back at it again. Black avoids that hurricane rush, completes it to Thompson for another Armwood touchdown. He gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct, setting him back 15 yards, and they'd missed the extra point because of it. Can't really do that stuff. But Manatee would get their act together in the second half. They send the fans home happy with a 28-19 win. Braden River hosting the River Ridge Knights from Pasco County. New starting quarterback Louis Colosimo had a dominant first half. They scored 21 points on offense. Backup Jake Hepler took over in the second half. He's going to find number 12, Nico Traylor, for a big gain past midfield into Knights territory. Good start for the Pirates. They're trying to knock on the door for another TD, but Knowledge McDaniel gets stuffed in the backfield by that Knights defense. Pirates end up settling a field goal from kicker Tyler McCauley. River Ridge trying to make some noise on the ensuing kickoff. Get it right here. This is Mikey Roussos. Takes it past midfield, looking to break tackles. An impressive game for him. Pirates head coach Kurt Bradley trying to keep his defense and his boys focused, and they would eventually halt this Knights march. Number 9, Tommy Battle, that gets a nice lick in here, makes a strong impression. A smooth sail for Braden River tonight. 38-10 is the final. Time to call a quick timeout, but don't you go anywhere. There is still plenty more high school football coming up your way. More Friday Football Fever coming up.
Friday Football Fever is brought to you by Ingman Marine.
Football Fever, everybody. We've still got a lot of games to show you. We move over to Lakewood Ranch as the Mustangs hope to trample the Riverview Rams. A beautiful night for football at the Ranch, and these teams took advantage of it. 3 offsides penalties, though, by the Rams defense would lead to Lakewood Ranch's first TD. Running back Jay Turner punching it in for a score after the Mustangs' opening drive lasted over 7 minutes. The Rams took the ensuing kickoff back for a touchdown, but unfortunately it gets called back for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Now, a great catch by Cole Searless, and the Rams tie it up at 7 in the second quarter with a touchdown from running back Ali Boyce. He had a good year last year, looking to make a memorable one this year. After a wild snap, the Mustangs are forced to punt inside their own 10, and the Rams capitalize on the field position. Nice TD pass to Felipe LeBron from Mike Welcher. Puts the Rams up 14-7. More snapping issues for the Mustangs on an attempted punt leaves Riverview with a great field position yet again, and Welcher punches it in himself for the Rams. It missed the extra point, but they would go on to win this game 20-7 over the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. Palmetto on the road facing Booker in Sarasota early on. Booker backed up inside their own 10. Arthur Brantley gets picked off by number 85, Andrew Osborne. Tried to set up the screen, would lead to a touchdown for the Tigers. Booker trying to get back on track, but Brantley's tracked down by John Brembry and Lester Johnson for the safety. That Tigers defense swarming. Tornadoes trying to get back on track. Brantley hits Isaac Edwards for the slot. In the slot, gets a little something going right there for a first down. Yeah, point it that way, big boy. But in the second quarter, look at this. Brantley takes it himself on a quarterback keeper, 95 yards for the score. Unfortunately, the Tigers would run away with this game. Final score of 39-8. Cardinal Mooney pumped up for starting the season at home against the DeSoto County Bulldogs from the shotgun. Quarterback Tristan Hillerich, and on 3rd and long, goes downfield, connects with fellow senior Vinny Conetta. Big first down. Time for some power running game. Bryce Williams packs a punch at 6 foot 1 inches tall, falls forward for a first down. Nice run, big boy. Drive would stall, but lasted more than half of the first quarter, and the Cougars would not be done in this game. Mooney defenders, though, making some good stops. Look at linebacker Robbie Vassallo tearing through that line in for the backfield tackle, and defensive back Sam Costco wraps up the ankles of Nerion Washington. One big mistake the Cougars had, the snap on this punt goes over Ryan Bletchley's head, and he does the smart thing, kicking it out of the end zone would lead to a safety, but Cardinal Mooney buckled down, I should say. From there, as the game went on, Cougars get a solid win. They end up winning this one 29-15 over the Bulldogs. And Southwest Florida Christian Kings, one of the few Lee County teams to get through more than 10 minutes. A lot of storms down there. They're hosting Outdoor Academy. Kings' first drive, quarterback Chase Reed goes up top and hits, and it's brought down by Max Ripple near the 30-yard line. SFCA gets the ground game going with sophomore Brandon Lawrence up the gut and will not stay down. Powers through the Thunder defense for a first down into the red zone, making some noise himself. More from Reed. This time finds freshman Drew Davidson for the touchdown. SFCA on top 7-0 in the first quarter. No final score in this one. It was called early due to weather. Other scores, Sarasota Sailors, as we saw Thursday night, defeated Berkeley Prep 28-13. Charlotte Tarpons, they're off to a great start as of the third quarter, 41-0 over the Clewiston Tigers. Other games, we have Northport trailing 12-7 by the Lehigh Lightning. Southeast absolutely blew the doors off Lato up in Hillsborough County. What a game, 52-3, making a strong impression. Bayshore 35-0 over Clearwater Central Catholic. That's a heck of a game. Levin Bay and East Lee, unfortunately, was canceled due to lightning. And Bradenton Christian getting pretty much trampled over by Clearwater Academy, 43-6. Not a good night for the Panthers. And also St. Stephen's game against St. John Newman was also canceled due to lightning as well. Well, when Friday Football Fever continues, we take a look back at some of the games with Herald Tribune sports writer Doug Fernandez. Stick around.
Friday Football Fever is brought to you by Ingeman Marine.
All right, welcome back to Friday Football Fever, everyone. We now welcome in our good friend and Herald Tribune sports writer, Doug Fernandez. Doug, the time for another season.
Good to be back. I'm just looking at this. I look 10 years older than last year.
I look 10 years older too, man. It's a grind for sure out there. We all know. We actually absolutely appreciate everyone's help getting this great video in for us this year. But let's start where you were at tonight. You were at Booker High School, seeing Palmetto. A very impressive game. Unfortunately, though, something we didn't see is that Palmetto's quarterback was knocked out of this game. Not a good start.
Booker's Arthur Brantley was knocked out.
They
lost 39-8, and he's sort of the guy they're counting on, as most high school teams count on the quarterback. I'll tell you, Palmetto, who lost their own quarterback, defense really knocked Booker around, sacked him 4 times, knocked Brantley from the game. So we should know more tomorrow. Looked like he might have separated the shoulder or badly bruised it. So we'll see more tomorrow regarding him.
Yeah, and just you look at the potential that Arthur Brantley brings. I mean, that was a 95-yard score he put on that Palmetto defense. The only score of the night.
That was it.
That was it. But, I mean, that's just how amazing this kid can be and has some great potential. A lot of teams here in our area, Venice and Manatee in particular, had to get some actually had opponents from Hillsborough County, some dominant programs in Plant and Armwood, both coming away with victories tonight. Venice wins 38-25, and Manatee coming back from behind 28-19.
Yeah, Manatee and Venice, I think if you're looking at 2 teams that are going to continue success from last year, it's both of those guys. You know, Manatee has Josh Booker, one of the transfers from Sarasota, which is really going to help their program. A lot of skilled players coming back. And now with John Booth's 3rd year in control, they sort of know his offense. They know his style. So look for Manatee to go deep into the playoffs again. And regarding Venice, they have like 18 returners, 10 on offense. He just keeps on producing. John Peacock has that feeder system working well down there. Expect good things from Venice this year.
Yeah, you mentioned Manatee, Tariq Milton, A.J. Colagiovanni. That offense still very lethal. And Venice, yeah, you were mentioning it. These guys were so young last year, and it kind of opened the door for Braden River a little bit, a team that was loaded with seniors so much. Now they're trying to regroup a little bit, but as Venice continues to build, they could really, get back a district championship against Braden River. That game later in the year is going to be very, very intriguing to see.
Venice has Bryce Carpenter at quarterback. Braden River lost Jacob Huseman, but they have Louis Calissimo, a transfer from IMG.
Yes.
Raymond Thomas is coming back from ACL surgery. Still have Deshaun Fenwick. So it should be those 2 teams once again going deep.
Yeah, and it really should be a lot of fun to see. Louis Calissimo had 21 points for Braden River's offense against River Ridge tonight. Looked pretty impressive. Talking to head coach Kurt Bradley a little bit at halftime, was really impressed with him. Let me ask you this: what's a team you see on the rise that we're not really seeing that isn't really atop anyone's eyesights right now, top of the list, that could make a push this year?
I'd like to think that a couple of the city teams that haven't done much at all, and that's Riverview and Sarasota. Again, Sarasota was hurt by 4 defections, but you saw Brian Gagg, sophomore quarterback, put on 25 pounds in the offseason, threw 4 touchdown passes yesterday in their Fall Classic game. So look for him. Riverview might have one of the most dominant offensive lines in the area, harking back to the days when John Sprague was the head coach, and they had a stout offensive line. Allie Boyce running behind that offensive line. I think it's time for one of those 2 teams to really step forward and really represent the city of Sarasota well.
Yeah, I actually have a bold prediction for you. I say Sarasota actually ends up 3rd in their district. I think they can beat Palmetto a little bit. It's impressive as Palmetto was. I'll tell you what, Brian Gagg's really, really special. He really looks good.
And Palmetto lost Jack Allison. They have Jason Spicer, who's a junior. I saw him tonight, only threw the ball 5-6 times. Again, their defense led the way. So I'm hoping Sarasota or Riverview represents the city well.